Good day, awesome YouTubers. It is LollyMan16 here again for another Mob Psycho 100 episode review. This one is episode 10, and the title is Kyoak no Ora Kuromaku. And of course, in English, The Heinous Aura Mastermind. Wow. This episode was very intense. A lot of action sequences. It's almost too much to keep up with. So what I'm gonna do in this episode, I'm gonna give you kind of a brief overview, and I'm gonna give you some of my thoughts on the more big scenes, on the pretty hefty scenes of the episode. There was just so much going on. We start off with the gang. When I guess it is some more claw members, more lackeys or trainees, sitting there with everyone in prison. Mob, Ritsu and the other Esper children try to escape, but they don't escape, and Kagame Ritsu has to use his powers to defeat him. Again, a lot of stuff going on in the background. We cut to a shot of Hanazawa fighting some guys. At one point, he fights this pyrokinetic dude. I'm not sure what his name is, but he, well, okay, first of all, he fights some claw lackey who uses pyrokinetics, but it's so weak it can't hurt Hanazawa. And so he's walking throughout the corridors, and another flame guy, another pyrokinetic, telekinetic guy comes in. He starts fighting him. Hanazawa puts up a barrier. It looks like it's all over because the guy is saying, like, well, if you drop your barrier then you'll be burned alive. But what happens is Hanazawa, he reverses the technique and it burns the pyrokinetic guy instead. Obviously he's more resistant to heat, so he could kind of take it, but in the end he was defeated pretty easily. A little bit of dialogue with Hanazawa and the guy talking about, like, you can't use telekinetic powers at once or something. I'm not sure of that. There's so much going on in this episode. This series is not for people who can't keep up. Like, you have to keep up with all the characters and the basic storyline because it gets pretty intense. So we cut to a scene of Dimple possessing someone. He's walking around, and I guess he's walking around as a claw member because he's impersonating a claw member, but the other members see it through and see that he is an imposter, so he eventually escapes from there. He later on in the episode he fights some dude who can, like, trap evil spirits, I guess, and then what happens here is those spirits get fed to a more greater spirit, which leads to, like, the ultimate pet. That's what he describes it as. While this is happening, Ritsu and the gang, again, they try to escape. They find a bunch of guys, a lot of fighting here. I think at one point Mob is fighting a woman. It seems like a woman, and funny thing is that there's this little girl, right, and uh, all of her dolls were broken because actually Mob actually um, he broke it. Okay, he broke all of the dolls, and so the woman gets really angry, goes to attack Mob, but it's kind of to no avail at first. But then she uses her psychic telekinetic powers, and that leader, from last episode, that leader with the face mask, that guy, he's saying of course, he knows all the upper class members of the echelon of Claw. He already knows them, and he basically explains that she can use her power to harden her fists. So her fists are really strong, breaking through concrete walls and stuff. Starts attacking Mob, and what happens here is um, Mob doesn't use any of his powers. He's actually crying because he's like, well, how many people have to I beat up today? Do I have to beat up this old lady too? And basically, because Reagan obviously told him that hitting women is not okay, but the woman, that lady, says, no, it's okay, come out with all your strength. So eventually she gets beaten. Mob eventually finds Ritsu, who was defeated. I mean, he's just almost unconscious, pretty much unconscious at this point. And then that guy with a long chin from last episode, he comes and it appears that he's the one who defeated Ritsu. But actually, he used his abilities to like alter. It's kind of like the mentors in Harry Potter, where it kind of alters and brings out like sadness, depression, all that kind of stuff. Finally, Mob goes 100% and goes, and there. This is the part of the episode where it goes crazy. I mean, things just go insane. He goes insane. He defeats the guy, but what happens here is he gets unconscious too. So Hanazawa was defeated. I forgot to mention that Hanazawa was also defeated by some other guy, some other class member. I can't remember all their names. I think one of them was called like, oh god, the names are really hard to remember. Uh, Ten, Terazuki or something like that. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I can't. I don't know the names. I just don't know. But anyway, go watch the episode if you haven't. I'm just giving you my overall thoughts. Really, I can't really break down this episode because too much going on. You have to watch it for yourself. A lot of insane action. Not very much in terms of plot, but just a lot of fighting. Like almost every character gets to shine in this episode, which is a good thing. I wonder how they're going to get out of this because now Hanazawa, Ritsu, and Mob are all defeated, and we still have yet to deal with the guy with the mask, the leader. So that's going to be insane. What my prediction is going to be is Mob. They're going to have to work together, and probably Mob's going to use his full potential. He's not going to. He's just going to let it everything go, and hopefully they'll escape. Maybe who knows? Maybe it will involve the rest of the gang, which includes what is his name? The other Esper child, and like the Kurosaki and that other guy. I can't remember what his name is. Hopefully they might get involved in this, but who knows? That's been my review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's kind of a. I know I haven't broke this one down as much, but it's just so much insane action. Really cool animations here. I would say just before I get out of here, and the music again really great. I'm really liking this series so far, guys. You should really check it out. A lot of character development for all these guys, especially Ritsu and Mob. You know, in the earlier episodes. We'll just have to see how it goes. Thank you all for watching. Stay awesome, everybody, and have a good